As you can see, that's all finally dried out. Now I'm going to take that off, and I guess I'm going to put the original back on, because that one's only got 2 screw holes. I got a new washer in there with the little screen, which was missing before, but I actually had the old one I had found, and I found it in one of my little plastic bins in the thing. I'm like, oh, that's what that was for. It's one of those things where you like, when you find it after you kind of dig in there a little bit, it's obvious, but when you just randomly find one of these washers, it's like a washer with a screen on it, kind of shaped like a thimble, and I don't know, you just don't, you're like, yeah, 20,000 things that are nudie on an RV, and it can take a while to be like, oh yeah, clearly. So in this thing, there was no leaking at all. That seems to be a great little addition as well. So we will do that. Let's see how that goes. I'm going to unscrew that one screw. I only had it in with one screw, and then take it apart and redo it. And I'm going to restart the video, I guess. But I may take that off first, that one screw anyways. All right, took that out. You can see I had the PFT tape on there, and it was working well. That goes right into this little unit. Yeah, it's a little stiff. I guess you can see it from the back there. So we'll take it and put this piece on. Do there. What the hell? I just had that knife. Get a nice line on that without the stress. There you go. Great little knife. Not sure how long it'll last. Steel River, I got this thing, I don't know why, but they started sending me. And it's like free knife. And you know, you pay $7.95 for shipping and handling. So I'm like, all right. And it seemed to be pretty good. I got a few nifty little things, but then all of a sudden I had this $67 charge, which thankfully Discover flagged, so we were able to stop it. And I'm like, well, dude, you could have gotten me for $7.95 for who knows how long. Now you'll get me for nothing again, you know? So you gotta think those things through a little better. Now, and if this doesn't work for some reason, as in there's some issue with, you know, this is the old original one, I guess. God, that went in awfully easy. I expected a bit more resistance with the tape on there especially, so that concerns me. Although I don't think it had been leaking in the back, so I don't see why there would be any issue. Definitely going in. There. All right. Up on the hill where they do the boogie. That's like my tune of the moment. Infatuated with that tune. John Hartford. But I mainly learned it through Leftover Salmon. And it's funny because Leftover Salmon, they had this great live album, came out many years ago, which I got, and I never really dug into it extensively. That song's not, but the cover is awesome. It's this guy running across a line of porta potties. He's clothed. Would have been better if he's naked. I'm gonna go check that. I don't think he was naked. But you know, at a festival, probably tripping on shrooms or something. Hopefully. But it's a great album, and I think there's 2 Hartford tunes on there that I didn't know were John Hartford, or I probably had looked and knew. I'd known the name John Hartford, you know, I knew who he was, I knew he wrote Gentle on My Mind, but I'd never really dug into his music. But you know, I'm getting more into and I've been a big fan of Sam Bush for many years, but just guys who play their instruments. It's just real music, you know, so I'm getting more and more away from, you know, the absurdity of the Stones, who are I love still. And they, you know, Keith plays it. It's a constant battle between Keith and Mick about the direction of the band, and Mick's an embracer of technology and the current fads, and that's not to be totally poo-pooed, but it's not for me, you know. I don't need any hip-hop influence on my, you know, and Jack Johnson obviously does a bit of the hip-hoppy type singing, and I'm not against that completely, but I can't, and the whole scene and aesthetic and what they don't appear to have any values in my opinion, but shallow, crass. I'll tell you, I like making these videos and just being able to talk about shit. Whether anybody listens to them or not, it just is good for me. I like getting shit out. You know, that's kind of what I say or hope I'm doing, you know, for myself. What's going on here? It was going so well. This doesn't seem to be taking. So if we just hold that still and screw that in like that, it just doesn't seem to be sitting correctly here. Oh, damn, that just worked. I don't know if it's that extra washer I got in there preventing it from screwing in there. Because this does not have that washer. Now the integrity of everything is just... See, that's what that looks like. Kind of bums me out. Let's see if that does make a difference, and it does. I mean, there's one of these screens back at the that device on the actual the pole there where the water comes out that I put on there to regulate the pressure. That's got a screen as well, so we'll just kind of sit with that for a while if this does in fact work. So that should be good. I'm going to leave this off because I got to detach my sewer. I'm going to do a move just to I'm gonna back off that. I bought some new stable tire lifts or whatever, balancers. A double one piece that covers both tires, and I'll move that to the front. And just to rotate the tires and just move it around a little bit. So might as well do that while I got these detached. Because I'm gonna leave the slide out. Because I'm just gonna go back like 2 or 3 feet, put the new thing in there and pull it back up on it, hopefully. Hopefully. Alright. So I got the new double. See, yeah, it'll fit both tires. Again, that leak, I didn't take a picture, but it was a massive freaking leak. Of course, I moved the RV, got my new support under there, but that didn't work either. Or actually, I did, but I had to adjust it numerous times. The first time, it appeared to be too high. I had to raise, it wouldn't let me take the key out. You know how you get, when you turn the ignition off, you there's one little, it doesn't make a click, but it's kind of a click that you gotta, and then you get to the point where you can take the key out, it just kind of falls out. It wasn't letting me do that, which was not good. Now I'm out of this tape. I got more, but this was the tape that came with it. We'll go with that. Oh man, a little splash in the face, huh? Now I'll probably have to screw a new hole though. God, I thought on the phone she told me it had 3 screw holes. Why do they do that? You know, there's certain things on an RV that maybe should be pretty standard. Well, it was until 2014. Oh, that doesn't feel good. Damn, it was working. You know what I mean? It was all working, and now I had to screw with it. So hopefully it just kind of, I'll tell you, I got next to me, I've got just Beta Boy. He's like scared to talk to you type. I got Total Alterna crowd people. There's just something wrong with them. You know, they can't talk to you like, hey, how's it going? They can't do that sort of thing. You know? It's whacked. Please just go. I had zero leak until I've done all this fucking with. Alright, hopefully the phone doesn't get soaked. Thank goodness. See that? Nothing. That's exactly what we want. Alright, mission completed for now.